Hi everyone, my name is Caitlin. Today we're going to be looking at Glensound's brand new Athens 2, which is a turntable preamplifier with redundant dante and AES67 network audio outputs. Like many of our other products, the Athens 2 was born due to a customer's commission. Now, when we were approached to design a turntable preamplifier with network audio outputs, we did originally think, wow, that's a bit old school meets new. However, now we've talked to a number of our other customers about the project, we can understand the appeal. The name Athens 2 was chosen for our RIA preamplifier, as Dante deemed that the city of Athens was a place of good governance. We think that a good RIA preamplifier should share this trait, so the name Athens 2 was chosen. So, the Athens 2 has two stereo turntable preamplifiers with excellent RIA compensation curves. If you've never taken the time to Google it, RIA stands for Recording Industry Association of America, and its main purpose was to allow greater recording times by altering the low frequency response of the recording, and therefore reducing the width of the vinyl's groove. For perfect reproduction of the vinyl audio, a turntable preamplifier really has to have excellent RIA compensation curves. To achieve the best possible results for this in the Athens 2, we uniquely use a hybrid of high tolerance, low noise analogue components, followed by a modern DSP. The two turntable inputs to the Athens 2 are on rear panel gold-plated RCA connectors, which are often referred to as phono connectors. Alongside each pair of RCA connectors is an audio earth terminal. But if your terminal has an equivalent audio earth point, we recommend joining the two together instead of relying solely on the screen of the RCA cables for the earth. The Athens 2 is compatible with both moving coil and moving magnet type cartridges. Each left and right input of each of the two turntable inputs has 12 preset dip switches, which allow accurate setup of the Athens 2 inputs to best match your cartridge type. The 12 preset dip switches are accessible from the front panel, but they do have a clear anti-tamper protection cover to prevent unwanted moving or fiddling once you set it up. A handy guide to the dip switches is printed on the lid of the unit to enable correct alignment to your cartridge, even if you don't have your handbook on you. The dip switches allow setup of the input gain, the input impedance, and the input capacitance. Most cartridge manufacturers will provide guidance for recommended load impedance, and in the case of moving magnet cartridges, the recommended load capacitance will be provided as well. The cartridge manufacturers also provide output levels of their cartridges. Although this will be specified in millivolts, Glensound does provide a useful table in the handbook to get the correct decibel gain setting on the Athens 2 stated for the cartridge's stated millivolt output. Internally, we utilise a very high quality analog to digital converter, which has a large dynamic range to get the best possible conversion between the analog audio input signals and the digital network audio outputs. The network audio outputs are Dante and AES67 compliant. We provide 4 network connectors, 2 Nutric Ethercons that also accept standard network cables, and if you prefer a fibre connection, then there are 2 SFP slots. 4 network connections are provided to allow you to utilise Dante's excellent redundant network facility. The Athens 2 is constructed in an all-aluminium chassis, which is black anodised. To ensure a long lifespan, the panel graffiti is all also laser etched. I hope that you now know a bit more about the Athens 2, but if you do still have any more questions or queries, then make sure that you head over to www.glensound.com. You can also find more videos just like this one over on our YouTube channel, and whilst you're over there, make sure that you subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, I'll see you soon, bye!